good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Crosswalk back at you. I'm Jax. That's Cross. Championship week. UFC coming back. We got a lot of stuff going on and a lot of stuff that just happened. But before we jump into that, how's it going? How's the weekend?
Oh, it's good. I got no complaints over here, man. Got some really good NFL football. Got the college football national championship last night. That was phenomenal, by the way.
Yep.
Besides this cold weather that I think everybody's dealing with, I got no complaints. Everything's good. What about you?
Everything was good, man. The football was amazing. It sucks that it's about to be over. Anytime you get down to the playoffs and the big games, you know it's about to be done. So that part is sad, but we still got some great games. But before we jump into that, make sure everybody likes the stream as you're coming in, and make sure you share it out, man. We got a lot of stuff that we've been doing, and we want everybody to kind of tag along and jump in the conversation. But so tell me, so we're on episode 32. I think we messed it up last week, but anyway,
it's all good. It's all good.
So, do you got a number 32 besides the ones that you named? That stands out to you?
Who went first last week? Did I go first or did you go first last week?
I think I went first. Because
Okay, so 32. I kind of don't want to get the obvious one, which is Magic for me. So I think I'm gonna go a little off the beaten path, and I'm gonna go with Marcus Allen.
That's a great one, and I thought about him, but I'm gonna go OJ Simpson.
Bro, I got one of my best friends, dog. Like I always send him reels about OJ when he's on the show with Mason Cameron, like the old videos.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, like your algorithm always shows you all this OJ stuff, bro. OJ was hilarious to me, man, for real.
He was, man. Like, dude, but you can't deny that man was good. That man was really good.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Easily.
NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah, the electric company. Yeah, come on. But anyway, since we're talking about football, we're talking about college football. What he did in college. Let's jump right into the national championship game, man. I know you live streamed it. I was in there. And what did you think about this game in relation to what you thought was going to happen going into it?
Honestly, going in, man, it went about exactly how I thought it would go. For me in the first half, it kind of felt like Miami was just hanging on, just hanging around, doing enough. The defense was playing well to keep them in it. It was still a 2-possession game. And then next thing you know, the second half starts and like both offenses come alive. Fletcher pops with like a 50-some yard touchdown run. Then it's a brand new game. But Miami played Miami played well. They came to play, they came to win. The defensive front for Miami was so disruptive in the game. But hey, you got to give all the credit in the world to Curt Cignetti and the Indiana Hoosiers. Phenomenal composure, did what they need to do, and now they're national champions, which is crazy to think about for Indiana.
Yeah, super crazy to think about. You know what it felt like when I saw Mendoza go on that run, that run when he ran the touchdown.
The quarterback draw.
Yes.
On 4th and 5. Bro. The call alone itself. Yeah, the call itself was crazy. Quarterback draw on 4th and 5?
That's nuts. But it worked, and it just showed like that was kind of like a little microcosm of his career, you know, what he went through trying to get onto Miami, him going to, where did he go to? Cal? Is that where was he at? Where he was at before? And then getting into Indiana, who obviously didn't have the expectations that are now going to be placed on Indiana, and completing a Cinderella season. It felt like, you haven't played this, but like if you play college football 26, like the road to glory, like this year, you can make moments like this, but this actually really happened to this dude. Like, it's
for real.
And it's about to go into Madden because he's going to be the #1 pick.
Yep. And then on top of it, you talking about road to glory, man, it's just like you controlling the school and you doing a dynasty. You go to Indiana, and in 2-3 years, you win a national title.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like college football out here.
Yeah, man. So do you think, obviously Mendoza's going to leave. Do you think that they are built to become an actual, contending power in the nation at Indiana?
Well, I mean, when you got a billionaire in your back pocket at Indiana and Mark Cuban, and he's completely bought into the program, and you got to think about it. Indiana's a proud basketball school, but they haven't been good in basketball for a while. So you got a lot of hungry fans that's ready to be good in something, and now they got the opportunity to be good in football. You can just see all the support. Each one of the bowl games they went to, they had by far the most fans in the building at each stop. So respecting him. Cignetti, I know he's like 66 years old. So I mean, he's a little older than what I think a lot of people may realize. But I think these next few years for Indiana, man, it's gonna be a really good thing to watch and just see him. He got that program to somewhere I don't think anyone thought was possible. And now we just got to see if he can sustain it. That's the hardest part.
Yep, absolutely. So let's go to the losing side. So Miami loses, but obviously they made it a game, like a real game, where Indiana really had to pull it out at the end. So what are your thoughts on Miami, and what are your thoughts on Carson Beck going into the draft?
So I think the way Mario Cristobal's built the program at Miami, I think he's built it the right way. If you look at them, they are big up front, very physical. And being at Miami, you're never going to be too far from a lot of really good football players that want to come there and want to be successful. So, I mean, they got some boosters willing to spend some money. I know they're losing Carson Beck to the NFL, and now they're going to probably go back into the portal. If they're not happy with what they got, bring another quarterback in and see if they can make another run at it. Because I mean, we can't forget Cam Ward was just there and they were trying to make a run. So I think this is something that Miami is going to try to keep stacking and get back in the title game and see if they can get it done. But I think the Miami program is in a far better place than what it has been in like the last 20 years.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been up and down, having some special seasons based on specific players. But so Carson Beck, what do you think I heard somebody during the live stream say something about him being in the first round, which I think is wild. Do you think that he's a first round, second round, third round? Where do you think he falls?
I don't think he's a first round quarterback, but what I will say, I think this draft class of quarterbacks going to the NFL, I don't think is a very deep one, and I think that's going to benefit him. So I think he'll go a little higher than if this was like your normal quarterback draft class. Because I mean, at the end of the day, he's got a lot of experience, played in a lot of big games, played in like really high level competition. So he's got a lot of things working in his favor. And, just because somebody may throw a lot of picks in college, they may be a totally different guy in the NFL. We see it all the time. Guys that you think wouldn't be good at the next level end up being good. And guys you think can't miss go to the NFL and never do anything. So it's just going to be about where he goes and the fit and the system he ends up in.
Okay, so let's jump into this chat real quick. Grammy said, "Don't worry, I'm here." We were talking about you before we even popped on. We were already talking about it. Lee Powers, appreciate you jumping in here, man. He said, "I only believe in black quarterbacks." Hey, you know what though? Half the NFL has a black starting quarterback.
Yeah,
which is crazy, right?
Yeah, like I mean, me and you, we both old enough. We remember when it was not like that at all. So to see it like that is very, very, very different. But I think what it's really saying is like you can win at that position a lot of different ways, a lot of different styles. And it's just the evolution of the sport. We're seeing more mobile guys that can move around a bit more. And the pocket passers, they still get it done too. Matthew Stafford,
Yep. Shoot, back then it was Randall Cunningham, Warren Moon, freaking. You might get Charlie Batch. something like that. And
Had Culpepper for a little while.
Rodney Pete. That's what you're gonna get. And then Cordell Stewart, they're gonna try to flex him out to play all these other positions. Like it used to be slim pickings, and now it's just totally different, completely different. Grimy said that he sent you a Discord message. Did you see Mendoza's brothers transferring to Georgia Tech?
I did see that.
Yeah. What up, Jen Jags? Lazy, you're a legend, always.
Always in here, Lazy. Shout out to Lazy.
And then Grimy said, if Carson Beck gets drafted in the first round, I'm darker skinned than y'all. Ain't no way.
Well said.
Yeah. So going to the NFL. So first of all, man, this playoffs just as a whole, we didn't even got into the championship games. Like, dude, like this is an amazing. There's only been like 2 blowouts in the whole playoffs. Everything else has been within 3 or 4 points. Like it's been a crazy playoffs. But so obviously over the weekend, the Rams beat the Bears. So we can just start at that game because that was my favorite.
Okay.
Game.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you.
That game was nuts. I thought it was going to be low scoring because of the elements or whatnot, but I'll just let you cook on this one. What did you see in that particular game that kind of popped out to you?
So first off, love the game, phenomenal game. Caleb Williams is he's showing that like all the potential and all the things he can do. Like he is close, like he's getting close to taking that next step. But Matthew Stafford delivered, like, phenomenal game. How about that throw from Caleb Williams where like he's just bagging up, just throws it up in the corner of the end zone, touchdown. Like where I was at, bro, everybody, the place went crazy where I was at. That throw alone was just nuts.
It was, man. I mean, and I said it last episode. I was like, now I believe. Now I believe. Obviously, there's some things like that pass to DJ Moore. I feel like that interception was more on DJ Moore than it was Caleb, because he didn't cross the face of the safety. But regardless of that, like Chicago, they got a quarterback now, and he can easily be the best quarterback that they have ever had, and he might already be that. So yeah, they definitely got them one. Unfortunately, they weren't able to overcome the Hall of Famer Matt Stafford, who got it done. But I mean, my stock is still way up on the Bears. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you got a young coach, young quarterback that's having success. You just go up against Matthew Stafford, and literally, like, it was basically like who got the ball last, really. It just seemed like whoever needed to make a play was just going to figure out a way to get the play made. And that's the type of football you want to see this time of the year. And I think I speak for a lot of people. When Stafford got the ball back, you already knew what time it was. He did it previously with Carolina, so you already knew what time it is. In crunch time, man, Matthew Stafford just going to figure out a way and deliver, man, for real.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I continually call him a Hall of Famer, because those are the ones that once they get the ball in, you're like, we left too much time up there. He's one of those guys that can do that. I do believe that Caleb is going to be one of those guys at some point. I mean, and he's halfway there already. But let's jump to another quarterback situation. The Houston Texans won. And they lost to the Patriots. And I believe that the Houston Texans defense is the best defense in the league. But, bruh, what are they going to do? I mean, is CJ it? Is that the guy? Like, I don't know if that's the guy anymore.
Bro, like, it was, I'm going to be honest, man, it was painful to watch. It literally just seemed like every possession, like he was going to figure out a way to turn the ball over. And I don't know, like having just such a bad game in the playoffs like that, I can only imagine what this offseason going to look like for him. He's going to have to do a lot of soul searching this offseason. And I think a lot of it's going to have to be from the shoulders up, really. and he just got to figure out like what type of player does he want to be. Is he want to be the guy that had that performance and that's what you're only known for? Or are you going to be the guy that can learn, bounce back from this, and it's going to make you a better player down the line? Because, like you said, the Texans got a Super Bowl worthy defense, 100%. And I mean, even with all the turnovers, they were still in the game, which is crazy. But I don't know, man. CJ Stroud got I don't know. I feel like he might need to get a mentor from like one of the older QBs that have been in the league, face some adversity. And that's really what I think he should do for real. What about you?
Yeah, I think that he's just being irresponsible with the ball repeatedly. And it felt like he was seeing ghost and he was chasing his rookie year's success. That's what it felt like. He was really he was pressing. And that leads to 5 fumbles and 5 interceptions in 2 games. Like that's what happens when you're pressing. And his defense continued to bail him out. They are the sole reason that they even made it that far in the playoffs. And luckily for Houston, I think he has a 5th-year option, so they don't have to give him a big contract. But I mean, there's going to be some like they got to really figure it out, or they're going to take a ton of steps back. Yeah, Lane Sterling is a big fan of CJ, and that's just another point of finding somebody. Sterling is a loser, and no, I'm just playing. No, but the Texans are clearly losers when it comes to their offense. And yeah, Davis Mills could have won that game. I do believe Davis Mills probably could have won that game, and I'm surprised that they didn't put him in. To be honest,
bro, hey, the way it works in professional sports, when they got money invested in you, like they are riding with you. If like GMs and owners, they got money tied up in you, like you are going to play. They're going to run you out there because their job is resting on you. They ain't going to put a backup in. And if it goes wrong with the backup, now they're going to lose their job. You know what I mean? So I hear that, but at the same time, man, when that money, things work a little differently when that money's involved.
That makes sense. That does make sense. But they did re-sign Davis Mills to a contract that's longer than CJ's. So if that means anything,
I mean, yeah, they could have been like, hold up, we need to make sure we got all our bases covered over here.
So speaking of other quarterback trouble, the Buffalo Bills lost to the Broncos 33-30, and Josh Allen didn't have his best day. And I don't know did you see was it Deion Dawkins? They were asking him questions in the locker room, and they were telling him about Josh Allen's he was in the press room, and he was saying that he let the team down. And when they told Deion Dawkins, he started crying. So I mean, obviously it's a close-knit group, but do you think that Josh Allen let the team down?
I think Josh Allen would tell you he let the team down. I think that's very obvious, man. You are the guy. Like you're supposed to be one of a handful of quarterbacks in the league that like perennially are like in MVP talks.
Yeah.
You got to deliver. Like that literally is what separates a lot of quarterbacks, the guys that can get it done in the postseason as opposed to guys that can, do some and get individual stats in the regular season. Yeah. And like coming into this playoffs, what we were saying on here was that, there's no Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. This might be the year he gets this opportunity. And I mean, he just turns the ball over time and time again, man. It was tough.
It really was. It really was. And while I do think that the weight of that loss was on him, and I think both things can be true, I think that they wouldn't be there without him.
Oh,
he is the reason that they are there.
100%.
So it sucks for them, and I thought that Buffalo was going to make it at the very least to the AFC title game, which that's what I predicted, but I didn't foresee a weird catch situation with that. I don't know. When I first saw that, and I saw the offensive player kind of come down with the ball, I was like, they're going to give it to Brandon Cooks.
Yep.
They're going to give it to him. But when they showed the replay of it, and I saw that he kind of lost it in the air, I was like, "That's free ball now."
Yep.
So that part sucked too. But all in all, man, I think that Allen did in the Bills squandered the opportunity to make it further without the typical roadblocks. No Burrow, no Lamar, no Mahomes, none of that stuff. So all you had to do was beat Bo Nix.
Yep.
And wasn't able to do it. But the other game, Seahawks 49ers, went pretty much like I thought it was going to go.
Boat race.
Yeah. What did you think about that game?
I thought the game was over from the opening kickoff.
Rashid
Like,
Shaheed. Yes.
bro, it was just a butt kicking, bro, for real. Like, Seattle came out, take the kickoff back, and it's all she wrote. I mean, the place is just a raucous environment. Like, some of the loudest fans in the NFL, man. They get that momentum, the 12th man gets going. And
Yeah.
you know, I think with all the injuries with the Niners, you know, the usual story with the Niners. And I don't know if you had a chance to see those videos I've sent you about the whole conspiracy theory about all the injuries. So I think they need to start looking into that, because you just could tell, man, like that they were just so beat up, man, for real. And it, you know, it's a collision sport, so I get it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. There might be something to it. I don't know. But yeah, like that went like I thought it would. I didn't think it was going to be 41 points, but I figured they get to the 30s. And that the good thing about the Seahawks, and also the bad thing, is that they have a really solid running game. But now they're missing half of that. Charbonnet is out, so it's all on Kenneth Walker to kind of shoulder that. And he did a great job, 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing in this game. But how is that going to factor in against the Rams? We'll see. But so let me jump into some of these comments real quick. Shane Murillo says Seahawks going to win a Super Bowl.
They could do it.
They got a very, very good shot. A touchdown throw from Caleb is so crazy. I turned like,
bro, it was wild, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, I was out and like the place erupted, bro. It's crazy.
Dude, that was a magical play. Magical play. Oh, wait, before I even move on from this, what do you mean turn black for a split second? Does that mean, like, what did you do? I need to know. What did you do?
I ain't even noticed that.
Yeah, I need to know. What did you do?
I didn't even notice that.
Before I co-sign that. What's H. Kyron? Okay. Said, I think with those points being at a premium with weather, Johnson should have kicked the field goals. Never would have been in that situation. So, yeah. But that actually brings up another question. Would you have gone for 2? Or gone and kicked the field goal and went to overtime?
I think at home you go to overtime.
You go to overtime?
Yeah. If you're on the road, you go for the win.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because they had the momentum. Caleb was hot. So it's like, I don't know if maybe they crucify him, you know, not Caleb, but the coach, Ben Johnson, if they go for 2 and don't get it. But that definitely would have crossed my mind.
Like, which one what do you think you think there would have been more outrage if they had went for 2 and lost that way, as opposed to what actually happened? What do you think would have been worse? I think if they had went for 2 and didn't get it, it would have been worse.
Yeah, it would have been bad. It would have been bad. It would have been bad. But if he would have got it, they'd have been heroes.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They'd be talking about that call. They'd put that on like the Sunday, like when they went like 30 years from now, when they talk about like NFL playoffs, they would talk about that call.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a shot at immortality for sure. Lane's in the building. What's up, Lane?
Lane.
Yeah, she's the one that says Sterling's a big fan of CJ. Hey, he needs all the love he can get. That's for sure. That is for sure. Callie's a bum. He couldn't call a Pee Wee football game. Yeah. Oh, and then match with Redskins for life. Oh man, it's crazy. All right, so anything else about the NFL before we start digging into some? Oh yeah, coaching carousel.
Oh yeah. We got to hit the matchups going into the conference championship games too. We got to hit those.
Let's go into the matchups. Let's talk about the matchups.
Okay, cool.
Rams Seahawks.
So the Rams Seahawks. I mean, it feels like we was just talking about this game a few weeks ago when it was towards the end of the year where they were trying to rack up the home field advantage and all that. So divisional game, rivalry game. You know, Matthew Stafford got to go on the road again. Is he going to be able to pull it off? Seattle got all the confidence in the world, coming off a blowout win against the Niners. And, you know, this is the matchup. I think this is a matchup like I called like a few weeks ago that it was going to be Seahawks Rams. So,
yeah, like I thought that the Bears were going to be on the other side of the bracket from the Rams. So I thought it was going to be Bears Rams in the championship.
Gotcha. But yeah, I think it's going to be a phenomenal matchup. And hopefully we get another very close game that comes down to like the last possession, man. That's really what we want to see when it's all said and done, for real. But I think the Seahawks defense going to be able to make it very tough on Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I'm still between both teams. I think Seattle's favored by like 2.5 though.
Yeah. The Rams don't look as potent as they did maybe 6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's because of, you know, the in and out of, you know, Devontae Adams got hurt. Puka was hurt before that a little bit. So they've had, you know, a lot of shuffling in the lineup. So I don't know if that's the reason, but they're playing in Seattle. I don't know if I trust Sam Darnold at this level just yet. I don't know. Like I'm still leaning the Rams. I really am.
Yeah, you got to see it. You got to see it before you can believe it.
Yeah. I mean, because they didn't. It's not like they won the last game because of him. And he didn't mess it up by any means, but they didn't win because of him. Mm-hmm. And like I want to see can a team win because of Sam Darnold in the playoffs?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the other one, Broncos Patriots, and of course the Broncos are not going with Bo Nix.
Yeah,
because he has a broken ankle. So what do you think about that one?
Man, first off, I think it's a tough spot that Jarrett Stidham's going to be in. That's the backup that's going to be taking Bo Nix's place. The defense for Denver's going to have to play out of their mind. The crowd's going to have to be behind them. Like, they're going to need some turnovers. And I don't know. It's just a tough spot. Like, I don't think you can expect a whole lot from Jarrett Stidham. Like, they're going to have to get production, like, all over the place. And, you know, New England's coming in. They've looked really good. And I feel like this is kind of like the game that was when Tom Brady was in New England. Like, occasionally they would have to go out to Denver in the playoffs, and like Denver would spoil the party a few times. So, yeah. I feel like this is very familiar seeing New England going to Denver. And I think it's going to be a phenomenal game, just like when Tom Brady went out there.
Yeah. I think this is the Patriots game to win. That's just a big loss at the wrong time for it to lose their quarterback. And he's not just a quarterback. He's very rah-rah. So like all that emotion that he brings into the team when he's out there, you know, with him using his legs and getting out of trouble, and just a lot of emotion, kind of similar to what Jackson Dart is for the Giants, like that energy that he brings. So I think they're going to be missing that, and they're going to come out a little flat, and I think the Patriots are going to win it. But I mean, the Broncos have had a magical season up to this point, so you never know, but I'm definitely thinking that the Patriots are going to sneak out of there and head to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are, especially with the Bo Nix injury, man. Like losing your quarterback right before the AFC title game. I mean, it's like I said, it's your back's up against the wall, very tough spot. So I think a lot of people are going with New England. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Let me look at these comments. Now, this is an interesting comment. He said, "I pissed in my shampoo bottle." That's no longer your shampoo bottle. That's something else now. He called Grammy called Maxwell a racist because of the Redskins thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still slip up and call it Redskins too.
Hey, bro, I do the same thing. I'm gonna be honest. I definitely do it.
The Bills got robbed. I don't think so.
Nah, not with all the turnovers.
Yeah, it's just too many turnovers.
5 turnovers? Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It really was. Libtarded. Maybe. Seahawks is going to be like the Ravens with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, and they won with Trent Dilfer. I don't think the Seahawks defense is like that.
Yeah. That was like a transcendent defense right there. That Ravens defense.
Yeah, that Ravens defense is like, you bring that up when you're talking about like the Doomsday defense, the Steel Curtain,
85 Bears.
Definitely the 85 Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's on that level. Was that the same person said that?
I think that might have been the same guy.
Okay. What's up, Westy?
Westy, what's going on? Good to see you.
Yeah. The Bills coach did get fired, which kind of leads us into this next part before we jump into the UFC. So Sean McDermott got fired. Do you think that was the right thing to do?
I do not. Like, I don't think the coach should get fired when your best player, your franchise player, goes out there and has all these turnovers. Like that's not on him. And I mean, it's not like you're not having success and getting to the playoffs. Like you had it right there, but your best player let you down. It happens. That ain't on the coach. And I think he's gonna get a job really quickly. It would not surprise me. He got a job really quickly.
He should. And to let go of your coach, and obviously you're this late in the coaching cycle, like that would lead me to believe that they had their eye on somebody else to fill in. Because to jump in this late and you got some dominoes that are already off the board, like John Harbaugh already has a job. If you like Kevin Stefanski, he's gone too. So there's so which I think is an interesting hire. But I feel like they've kind of put themselves behind the 8 ball when I really think that the problem is their GM. That's who the problem is. Because Josh Allen is out there running around with people who aren't going to support him and take some of the load off. So I think that that's actually the problem, not the coach.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But what about I saw Robert Salah just got the job in Tennessee. What do you think about him getting that job and teaming up with Cam Ward?
If I saw anything from what Robert Saleh did at the Jets, I would not want him over there with my quarterback. I really would.
But was that him though, or was that just the Jets, man? Like I truly believe some organizations, like you go somewhere and I'll give you a prime example. When Bill Belichick was in Cleveland, Nick Saban was in Cleveland.
True.
So I mean, he may have learned some things going back to San Francisco, and it can look a little different. I think sometimes like a change of scenery can literally be the change a lot of people need for real.
Man, to put it in Dallas Cowboy terms, I think that Robert Saleh is more Wade Phillips than he is Jimmy Johnson. I think he's a better coordinator than he is a head coach. I think he's a fantastic coordinator. I just don't think he's a good CEO, a person that's going to run the show. I think he's good at departmental overhead, monitoring what happens with the defense. And I think he would have been better to stay where he was.
What if he were to bring in like McDaniels that just lost his job from Miami to be his offensive coordinator? Would you feel
Mike McDaniels.
differently then?
Yes, a little bit. And I think that, and that's another person. I think that he's going to do really well as an offensive coordinator. So I think that would go well. He would have to really like hire people who are going to kind of stand on their own in their own departments. So he can learn how to be a CEO of a team. I think that's where he kind of fell off with the Jets. And of course, obviously the Jets are the Jets. They're always going to be, maligned. But I don't trust Saleh as a head coach unless, like I said, he has some really good coordinators with him.
Yeah. What you think about the Dolphins' new coach getting the former DC of the Packers?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that hire. So I think that obviously not recycling a name that's already been out there, and not just giving somebody else a shot, but somebody who's defensively minded. And that's something that Miami hasn't leaned on in a while, is leaning back on their defense, which they have a lot of great defensive personnel. So I think that that'll be good for them. And plus, we know that Miami plays terrible in below 40-degree weather. And so if you get somebody that's more on the defensive side, defense tends to travel a lot better than offense. So I think that that's going to go well for them if that's the mindset that he brings it to it.
Yeah. But then this leads me into my next question. Do you think that style meshes well with Miami, Florida? Because I feel like in Miami, they like points, they like exciting football. This ain't like Baltimore where they just want to like beat you up and they want to be like 14-17 and everybody's loving it. Miami is a little different of a market, and they like a little different brand of football.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's glitz and glamour and all that stuff, and in Miami, and they do like to score points, and going all the way back to Dan Marino and those dudes, like they they put up points then, but they didn't win the Super Bowl. When they did win the Super Bowl in '72, they had the no-name defense.
Yep.
That's why they won the Super Bowl. And so, like, I feel like they have to go back to that mindset in order to be successful, because it hasn't worked for the last, almost 50 years?
Yeah, real talk.
So, or 50-something years. So I think that's the way that they need to do it.
Good point.
Maxwell asked about Tomlin. What do you think about Tomlin?
I know a lot of people online were talking about Tomlin going to the Ravens. I just don't think it's gonna happen, just because like the rivalry. Like you don't want to name your head coach that used to coach at your rival. Like I could see him going to another team, just like how Harbaugh. They were talking about Harbaugh going from the Ravens to the Steelers. I was like, nah, I don't see that happening. So I mean, I think another organization would be lucky to get a coach like Tomlin, in my opinion. I think he still can get it done in the NFL. But we just gotta wait to see what happens.
Yeah, no, I think that Tomlin sits down. I don't think he has the itch to go to another team and start to build again. I think he wanted to do it where he was. So I don't think he coaches anywhere next year. It may not coach anywhere ever again.
Really? You think he's gonna be like Bill Cowher and just never come back?
Yeah, I could totally see that. Because it just doesn't seem like he has the burning desire to go somewhere and start to build all over again. It just doesn't feel that way. Yeah. He said, how come the Jets coach and get released? Aaron Glenn just got there. I feel like they're going to give him a little bit of time to build. There are a lot of circumstances that were outside of his control, especially his quarterback, Justin Fields, getting injured and never really getting out of the starting blocks. Now he made some mistakes, but that's what's going to happen with a rookie head coach. But I feel like they got to give him, a couple of years to at least get his footing and get his guys in there, and then judge him on that.
Yeah, and then on top of it, they got rid of two of their best players. Like, you can't expect a
Yes.
rookie head coach to have success when you get rid of two of their best players.
True. No Sauce, no Quinnen. Like, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. All right. So let's jump into.
Finally, we got it. We got it.
It's been
back.
so long. It's been so long that we could talk about the UFC without like reminiscing on what happened last year. So you've recorded the video. Your what do you really call it? Like, it's not. It's a prediction. I mean, it's a prediction video.
My preview prediction video. That's basically, what I call it. But man, I'm gonna be honest, man. It felt kind of weird doing it again. I hadn't done it in so long. I was like, oh, I don't even remember how to do this anymore.
Yeah, man. So I watched the video. And if anybody isn't subscribed over to Crossover MMA, make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all go and watch the video. He did a preview video for this already. It's already out. And yeah, man, it was getting me hype. I was like, man, like, I'm looking at the fights that are on the card. I mean, fights I forgot about that are on the card. I'm just super excited about it. But what is a fight that's on the card that may not be, out there for, some of the casuals to know about, but that kind of stands out to you?
Man, so I'm gonna start with the prelims. So on the prelims, I think we got two sneaky fights. The first one is gonna be Alex Perez, Charles Johnson. I think nobody's talking about it, but Charles Johnson got a win over the champion at flyweight. Like, he put together another win, and he's in the mix straight away. And I think Alex Perez, man, he's been in there with everybody in the division. High level, and I think that's going to be a phenomenal fight. Umar Nurmagomedov, Davison Figueiredo, I'm really looking forward. That's going to be a chess match with a high level skill there, and I think that's going to be a phenomenal fight on the prelims. And then I'll let you touch on the main card. What you looking forward to?
On the main card is most definitely Arnold Allen against Sean Silva. 100% that one. Dude, like, obviously everybody knows about John Silva, but Arnold Allen's been away for so long with various injuries. Shout out to the Rambling Dad, McDane, letting us know some of the things that are going on. But like, the fact that he's ready, and the fact that John Silva is getting another shot fighting up. He just got knocked out. And he's still fighting up, but that shows how much the organization believes in him. But like, there's no way that this fight is going to be boring. No way.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's my pick for fight of the night right there.
Yeah,
easily.
Yes. See, Grimy brought up the Modestas Bukauskas, Nikita Krylov. Yeah.
I feel like that fight is like two extremes. You got Krylov that's just super reckless, just goes out there like a madman. You got Modestas Bukauskas, much more calculated, keeps you at range. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two styles clash. I think Krylov's probably going to be the one on the front foot, and Modestas is going to be on the outside, moving more laterally. But I'm looking forward to that too at 205. I always look forward to fights at 205.
Yes, absolutely. One question about a fight on the prelims, that it's almost, I mean, I guess because the main card is so packed, it had to fall somewhere. But the Umar and Davison Figueiredo fight, do you believe that the winner is going to fight for a belt?
So I do think Merab and Jan are going to run it back for the trilogy. But if Davison wins, I don't know if Davison wins, just because, I mean, he's 3-2 in his last 5, but at the same time, I don't know who else would be. I think for sure, though, if Umar wins, he definitely gets the title shot, 100%.
Yep, I think so. And I think that Umar's going to win.
Same.
Yeah, I think so. I think that Umar's turned a corner since him and Merab fought mentally. And I think that that's going to start to show against Davison Figueiredo, who unfortunately is fighting these dudes, and now his size is starting to show a little bit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I definitely think that Umar gets a title shot if he wins. If Figgy wins, then it's more a referendum on Umar. It'll be maybe he wasn't that good. I feel like that's the way it'll go.
And also, I think that matchup, like, I think the O'Malley Song Yadong matchup, like, those two fights, I think are gonna have a lot to say on who's gonna be the next guy. Because you already know, man, they want to get O'Malley back in there as fast as possible. And Song Yadong is a fresh matchup, so if he goes out there and looks exciting or gets into a war with O'Malley and like finishes O'Malley, then now he's some flesh blood. So I think anything can happen because it's looking like the UFC with Paramount. It's about who's gonna put on exciting fights. It ain't about a meritocracy no more. It's all about excitement. Like they done pony up that $7 billion. It's all about excitement.
That's true. I believe that. And how do y'all feel about that? In the chat, but you too. Like, how do you feel about it switching from being a meritocracy more to entertainment based?
I know it's a balancing act. Like you gotta get a little bit of both. Like you gotta be able to pay the bills. You got to give a product that people want to come in and want to see, but at the same time, like, where do you draw that line? Because I mean, if we look at the next UFC event, Diego Lopez getting another title shot over Movsar Evloev and Lerone Murphy. So I mean, the writing is definitely on the wall. Like, if you want to get a title shot, you better be exciting.
Yeah, that's very true. The reason I even started watching the UFC is because I was upset with boxing. That's why I started watching. And that's 20 years ago I started watching. And what led me into it is it felt more like a meritocracy. It felt more like you beat this guy, then now you get to face another guy that's higher up, and you work your way to the champion. And I understand that money and entertainment factor in, but it feels like right is right. Like if you're beating the people that you're supposed to beat, then you should be fighting for a belt, and that's just what it is. But there's so many other things, so many other circumstances, and people whose pockets need to be filled that I understand that it has to be different. But there's no reason that Evloev and Lerone Murphy shouldn't be fighting for a belt.
Yeah, 100%.
It is what it is, I guess. And I don't know. We'll see how this year goes with Paramount and see how things are different.
And before we move on, I got to ask you. So, how you feeling about Gaethje versus Paddy?
Oh man, nervous. Dude, it's a conundrum because like in the lightweight division, just in general, there's so many conundrums for me because of the different fighters that I like. Like, how I feel about Dustin Poirier, and obviously he's not a factor anymore, but now it's Max Holloway. It's Paddy Pimblett. I feel like I've been on the Paddy hype train since the beginning, and now he's getting to that mark. But now he's fighting another dude that I like in Justin Gaethje, so it sucks. But that being said, I feel that if Paddy goes in there just to strike, Justin is going to eat him up. I don't know if he'll knock him out, but I think that he'll eat him up. But if Paddy uses his size and grapples enough to where his hands are dangerous, then it's a totally different fight. But I still can't. I'm still confused on who I'm going to pick because I might say Gaethje today, but tomorrow I might say Paddy. I don't know. I have no idea.
So this fight for me, like, I am definitely not on the Paddy hype train. I'll be the first to admit it. I am not. Even though I've seen him fight in person. I'm a big Gaethje fan. I like Gaethje. I know this is Gaethje's last run at a title. I don't really see him winning a title, but I want him to beat Paddy. I ain't even gonna cap. I want him to beat Paddy, dog. Straight up. Just so we can shut up Mick Dane, Nick, and Ola. All of them. All of them. But hey, this fight for me is gonna come down to where it takes place. If it's on the feet, man, I think Paddy is just a statue that like he has zero head movement. But if it goes to the ground, like I think he'll finish Gaethje in no problem at all on the ground. Because for me, man, Gaethje he's like, you know what? If you're gonna try and take me down, I'm just gonna get back up and then get it back to the feet. But I think his defensive grappling once on the ground is just not up to par. Mm-hmm. And it's just a major hole for him. So he's gonna have to do everything in his power to keep this fight on the feet.
How fast does Paddy shoot?
I think Paddy is going to be trying to stay at range, use that length, kind of like what he did in the Michael Chandler fight. Mm-hmm. But it's not like Paddy's some amazing wrestler. Like, yes, he's a grappler, but his takedown accuracy is only 29%. Like, Paddy Pimblett is not this amazing wrestler. Like, yes, he can grapple once he gets to the ground, but getting it to the ground is the issue. And then sometimes he does jump on people, standing. And I know that's another part of his game too, but I think he's gonna have an issue just getting the fight down to the ground with Gaethje, honestly.
Yeah. So Westy brings this up. Gaethje is messing up Paddy's legs. I don't think he will.
Really?
I don't. I don't think that he's gonna throw the kicks. Like, I don't think he will. I think that he throws them sparingly now. Like he'll throw them every once in a while, yeah, but it's almost like after he who was it? He tore Dustin Poirier's legs up.
Yeah. And Chandler's too.
Yeah, after he did that, I felt like he slowed down on throwing the kicks. So I don't think he's going to throw him that much.
We'll see. I know Grimy said Oliveira choked out Gaethje, but bro, Oliveira's the submissions record holder in the UFC. Like, I don't know. Because I mean, if we go look at Paddy's resume, like, I don't know. The Michael Chandler he beat was not the same Michael Chandler that Gaethje beat. Tony Ferguson, we already know where Tony Ferguson was at the time. He was on that super long winless streak. Mm-hmm. The Jared Gordon fight was a brutal robbery. I think we all can agree on that. That was a brutal robbery. And then the King Green, I mean, he lost his balance and then had to shoot right into a triangle choke. So, I mean, I don't think we've got enough on Paddy to really, really know if he's really made the improvements. But, hey, we going to find out, though.
Yeah, it's true. Westy asked me to explain about the kicks. I don't think he can't throw kicks, and I don't think that it's not like the openings won't be there. But for whatever reason, he slowed down on throwing kicks. And he's done way more work with his hands. Not to say that he didn't throw any kicks, because when he fought Fazeev, he did throw some kicks, but he did more work with his hands. And I think that he's leaning more towards using his hands at this point in his career. It's still in his bag, but will he pull it out?
True. And I know a lot of people bring up Gaethje getting taken down in the Fazeev fight, but that's Gaethje fighting a striker where he knew the grappling was not really on the table. He going into this fight knowing Paddy has to grapple. He's got to get this fight to the ground. If this fight stays on the feet, I guarantee you, Gaethje, this is where I want to be. This would be ideal for me if we keep it right here. Please, this gives me my best chance to win. So I don't know. I just think Paddy gonna have a tough time getting it to the ground. Leandro. Hey, Leandro, I appreciate you hyping the videos too, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's if Gaethje wins, I would not be surprised at all. If Paddy wins, unless it's a submission, I can't see Paddy winning on points. I don't know. It doesn't feel like that would happen. but you never know, I guess. But if it's going to be on points, if it's going to be a decision, I feel like Justin Gaethje's intelligence and him taking over in the later rounds is going to be the reason. And if it's a knockout, I 100% think it's Gaethje.
Yeah, I don't see this going 25 minutes. I think we're getting a finish in the main event, one way or the other. Like if Gaethje clips Paddy, hurts him, rocks him, I don't think Gaethje gonna let him off the hook. And if it goes to the ground, I think Paddy gonna finish Gaethje on the ground. So I don't think this one goes 25 minutes.
Yeah. I got to read this before we get out of here. He said, "I'm a white guy. My best friend is black, and he calls me cousin." What does this mean?
That means you invited to the barbecue.
Yeah, man. You in there. Before we get off, quick prediction: Sean O'Malley, Song Yadong.
Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Finish?
Nah, I think by decision.
By decision?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm taking the Sugar Show. I'm taking the Sugar Show.
I think the reach is going to be a problem for Song Yadong. Like, he always has trouble when he can't get inside. Like, yes, he's super fast, but the length, I think, is just going to give him trouble. And then O'Malley is just very, very good at range, especially when there's no grappling threat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100% agree. But, well, before we get out of here, like I said earlier, Crossover has his predictions breakdown of the card that's out. So make sure y'all go and check that out. And then also, me and Fight Night Frankie have a video that I put out a few days ago. So y'all go check that out. It's about the top 26 fighters going into 2026. So make sure y'all check that out. But before we jump out of here, man, anything else you want me to bring up or you want to bring up before we
So I'm definitely gonna be doing a main card watch along this weekend. I don't know if it's gonna be with the crew or if it's just me. Either way, I'm gonna be doing it. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. And then Sunday, I may or may not do one of the football games too. We'll see. I know a lot of people on the stream's been wanting me to do an NFL game, so we'll see if I can do one of those on Sunday.
But I'm gonna be on one of those streams. We'll see which one, whatever my kids allow. Cool. Wait, Weston said that he was into black chicks. They be calling him the same.
Oh. I think Grimy said something. He said, I'm white. My girl is black. She calls me the N-word. What does that mean?
You were also invited to the barbecue.
Hey, believe it or not, Grimy, that means you're doing something right, dog. Believe it or not.
One of us.
But Grimy, you still can't say it though. Just so you know, you still can't say it. You still can't say it.
No. I don't know how you're gonna get that. That's what happened. Cool. All right, y'all. Until next time, we will holler at y'all boys.
Peace.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Come back next Monday to chop it up.
So please, whatever.